Game of the O.C.G. You're playing Assassin's Creed Shadows.
This is the gate. Now to get to the other side.
You won't break me. Something seems strange.
That's done. Where are Yasuki and Sadatame?
Hey, yeah, it's good to see you, man.
Break the door, and I'll lead the way.
And I'm looking forward to Chronos: The New Dawn.
Stay close.
I'll have to watch that gameplay trailer in a little bit. It's looking like their take on Dead Space almost. You know what I mean? I mean, not like derivative, but you know what I mean? Did the trailer show release date? Do you know?
Master Kamizomi would be proud.
They probably will launch in fall, you know? That's the best time for horror games, and they don't want to accidentally release too close to GTA 6. Either way, it looks good. And after playing Silent Hill 2 Remake, which is the same team, it seems they really found their niche with survival horror. You know what I mean? Because they did a lot of walking simulators, and I mean they were honest about what they were, and they were good. Like they had good graphics, they had that, but they didn't find their niche. It feels like with survival horror, they found their niche. They seem to be really good at it. So.
Satatame! What is he doing?
He is going to his brother.
Sadaoki, please.
Get off your knees!
You do not need Lord Mitsuhide. We can lead our clan with honor again. Together.
He will be Shogun, and I will stand next to him. Only then will our clan be honored.
You do not mean that.
You come here, groveling like a beggar, bringing a pair of murdering Ronin with you.
No, brother. They are not my family. You are.
You are sentimental and weak. You sicken me!
Ha! Got you, dog. Your turn.
Got them!
I have to get to Sadaoki.
Find her!
Hey, now.
Fuck. Got a weird glitch. Where it wasn't properly switching weapons. Not a big deal. Honestly, that's probably the worst glitch I've ever had. This game is actually really polished. Which one? When you say the Italian job, there's a couple.
Find her!
Who's there?
No, he really didn't. Yeah, I really like that one. Oh, you mother... Yeah, it's a great movie. The whole cast is good, honestly. I also really like Edward Norton in the villainous role. He doesn't often play villains, but he should more because he's really good at it. Ah, fuck. it doesn't do anything mind-blowing. You know what I mean? It doesn't reinvent the heist genre, but it's just really good at what it does. Just really, really well put together. Good acting, good cinematography, good stuff. It's just, like, it doesn't reinvent the wheel, but it doesn't need to. It's just really well made.
You're outclassed!
It doesn't look that way. Your life for my father's.
You do not know what you're fighting!
Those fucking archers, man. Well, gunmen, but it's the same fucking principle.
You won't defeat us. It is beyond you.
We will see.
And another thing I really like is they brought back the system they haven't had for a long time where you can have allies and bring them into battles with you. Shit. Kind of like the Assassin's Brotherhood feature, you know what I mean? But more like Assassin's Creed 3, where you get allies that have a bunch of unique abilities. I don't know how much you played at 3, if you got to that, but when you got Assassins, they were all named and they all had unique abilities. It kind of brought it back to this. Man, I don't even remember. I don't think it was in 4. I don't think it was in Rogue. I think 3 might have been the last one, actually, before this one. Because I know they didn't have a feature like that in 4. They didn't have that in Rogue, Unity, Syndicate, Origins, Odyssey, Valhalla, Mirage. So yeah, I think it may have been gone since 3. So it's something I was glad to see. Although it's actually more fleshed out because you can customize your allies. You know what I mean? Like give them different skills and better armor and shit. Yeah, that's kind of, but it's still not like the same thing. Where you have allies that follow you around that you train and shit. And I actually really like that. That was actually, I think, one of my favorite things that Brotherhood added. You know what I mean? Obviously, Brotherhood wasn't perfect, as we've discussed. But that was one of the best parts of Brotherhood, was being able to actually feel like the mentor of the assassins, and be able to basically fucking wave your hand and have somebody else assassinate somebody for you, or clear out a horde of enemies with the flurry of arrows. And then 3, you know, Revelations kept it the same thing, and then 3 I thought peaked because it was the same system, but each ally was unique and had personality instead of just being a generic assassin. So I actually really appreciate it came back. Right now I only have the one ally, but I think there's 6 or 7 of them, and you can have 2 of them assigned at once. Yeah. Yeah, that would be great. Like I said, dude, Brotherhood, well, you know this, you know, but Brotherhood was never meant to be a full game. It was meant to be the third act of 2. You know, the first game had Damascus, Acre, and Jerusalem, so the second game was supposed to have 3 main cities, Florence, Venice, Rome. And they even included a bit of Rome at the end of 2. But, you know, they wound up having to cut Rome because they didn't want to delay the game to 2010 and expanding Rome into a whole thing. You know, and I've always wondered how cool could it have been if Rome was the, you know, last act of 2. And, you know, it would have been still big, but it wouldn't have been nearly as padded out. And you could tell where Brotherhood was stretched into a full game. I still like Brotherhood, but, you know, obviously I didn't like it as much as AC2. Fuck, dude, I would kill just for a remake of AC2. Yeah, I'm talking about major cities, man. There's 2 quote unquote minor cities, San Gimignano and Forlì, but those are not counted as major cities. Those are counted as almost like a countryside area, at least by the devs.
You're outclassed!
It doesn't look that way.
Yeah, I agree with that point. Obviously, out of all of them, the one that needs to remake the most is Assassin's Creed 1, but the one I want to be remade the most is 2. Just because I like 2 better. You know, and I mean, I would like, obviously, what you're talking about with all 3 combined, but even if it was just a straight remake of 2, graphically remade, and then the gameplay was updated, and you know what I mean when I say updated, I mean the parkour was smoother and stuff like that, not like changing the core of what 2 is, just making the mechanics smoother, I would be fine with that, dude. Imagine Florence, dude, with modern fucking graphics. Fuck. I'm not sure if I think it's the best, but I do think it's one of the best. I will agree with you there. I actually, like, as you were telling me about Florence, I can hear the music in my head. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. You know what I'm talking about, the general ambient music.
You're like from my father's.
You fight! You won't defeat us. It is beyond you.
We will see.
Damn it. Oh, I think that's it. Almost. Weak ass bitch! Honestly, I think Assassin's Creed 2, dude, has one of my favorite soundtracks in any game ever. Just fucking full stop. That is the game where I became familiar with Jesper Kyd, the guy who does it. I also really like I don't remember the name of the tune, but it's a song that plays during like more romantic scenes, and it's when he crawls in the window for the first time with that chick that he's fucking, and it's like this aria. I really like. The theme of Assassin's Creed, the no 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 no, literally that theme is called Ezio's theme and was made for Assassin's Creed 2. So that's where the series literally got its fucking theme from. That they have such a popular song. It wasn't meant to be the theme of the series, mind you, but it became such a popular song that they have used it in pretty much every fucking game since in some form or another, changing it to fit the themes and the time. But yeah, like people liked it so much, it just unanimously became the official theme of the series. And even Ubisoft has said, yeah, it's the theme. You know, and it wasn't intended because it's such a great fucking song. Just like the whole, you know, and then if I had to pick my next favorite one, I would probably say Syndicate. I showed you the, Syndicate. And May Never Change Us. Yeah, it's great. Oh, hey, fun fact. Actually, since you mentioned that, his brother, I can't remember his name, but that was his brother. He went on to be an important actor in a bunch of Ubisoft roles and game roles, and that was kind of his first big role. That guy went on to play Adam Jensen in the new Deus Ex games. And even played your father in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, the Wolf. And even Leonidas as well. You know, during the brief scene where you plays him in Odyssey.
That was a good punch.
Where did you come from?
The Issei idiots. They deserved it. Pretty clever, huh?
Not that clever. You got the wrong Issei.
They're as bad as each other. We beat them, though. We're good together.
I can't deny a certain something.
Well, I'm going back to my village to sell the stuff I found. I knew they were dirty rich. Come meet me. We'll have some fun.
Will he live?
The wound is not deadly. It will be another scar to blame on his brother.
He almost cost us the fight and got himself killed.
He was trying to save his family.
Yeah.
We would both do the same.
Maybe. But my father wasn't a traitor.
Revelations I have mixed feelings about. I really like the older mentor version of Ezio. They really made his vibe really cool. It may be Ezio at his coolest. I really like the setting of Constantinople. It doesn't, Rome felt like just more of two, but, worse. Constantinople felt fresh, which was why they chose it. And there's lots of cool stuff they added, like the zip lines and stuff like that, that would go on to become, facets of future games in the series. But then you get stuff that I just fucking hate in Revelations, like the fucking tower defense shit. Who wants to fucking do that? Or like, Revelations goes into Desmond's backstory more than any other game. But it does it with those shitty fucking first-person platforming moments that just suck. So, like, I like Revelations, but I have very mixed feelings about parts of it. I like it more than Brotherhood, but I still like it less than 2. At least they tried to do something different, though.
You have been fortunate today, Lord Sadakame. Do not waste it.
I will bury my brother, and I will mourn him. Then, I will work to undo the damage he has done. You have my word.
Yeah, I didn't really like him. And there's just stuff that was just superfluous and not needed. I appreciate what they were trying to do with the crafting, but I just didn't like the bomb crafting. It just felt like too many options and too much shit for minimal results. And I almost never fucked with the smoke bomb crafting, honestly. But at least they were trying new things, You can't really blame them for that, So I have to give them, they were trying. I still like I said, I like Revelations. I really like 3. 3, 3 to me, I really, really enjoyed. And I know a lot of people judge it because it takes a little bit to get going. And I won't deny that it takes some time to get going. It does. But it's worth it. And the reason it takes some time to get going is because they were trying to do something really ambitious. I really like the shit with Hatham. The entire series, they were talking about how the Assassins and the Templars were both good and bad. Shades of Grey. From the very first game. Anyone who tells you that the Templars have always been portrayed as bad are just dumb. Because even in Assassin's Creed 1, you would see an enemy, they would be seem hateful, and then after you kill them, and during their last conversation, the Animus, they rebuke you and explain their side of the story, and even Al-Mulim is like, well, you considered the impact they had, they were not all bad. So they were always saying that there were shades of gray in the series. They were always saying that. But in Assassin's Creed 3, by making you play Hatham, by literally making you see the Templar side of things, without knowing it, they humanize them in the best way, and Hate Them is just a fucking awesome character. I would play a Hate Them game. Just like a standalone Hate Them game. I would fucking love it. I love Hate Them. And, you know, I love the setting. I think the Frontier, to this day, is still one of my favorite maps in the whole series. And the tree parkour is amazing. They kind of did tree parkour in 4 a little bit, and they did a little bit of it in Rogue. But Assassin's Creed 3 is the only one that went really hard on the tree parkour. And honestly, some of the best parkour in the series. So, like 90% of Black Flag. I will say something I appreciate a lot about Black Flag is they were the first one to put viewpoints being fast travel. In Brotherhood, you had to purchase the fucking fast travel. In Assassin's Creed 3, they had the New York Underground, which I appreciate what they were trying to do, but it could just get tedious. Like, it's amazing it took that long for them to come together. Viewpoints, fast travel. Even if we're ignoring the fact that Black Flag doesn't really feel like an Assassin's Creed game to me, and it was never even intended to be an Assassin's Creed game. It has other problems that stops me from fully loving it either. I don't like Edward, for one. So much of the map is just empty ocean. To this day, technically speaking, Black Flag has the biggest map in the series, but like literally, I'm not kidding, like 95% of it is open ocean that's padded, and most of the islands that you explore, they're like, you can go to all these islands without loading. All the islands that you can go to without loading are these tiny little stick-in-the-mud fucking areas. Oh, a little sandbar. Like, that sucks. It has an abundance of tailing missions, which are the worst type of Assassin's Creed missions, and I swear to God, Black Flag has the more than any other game in the series. I think there's more tailing missions in fucking Black Flag than 2 Brotherhood and Revelations combined. It is needlessly padded out. It had the longest story of the traditional games. Yes, they did. They did. They said you can sail to all these islands without loading, even though they're not telling you. I remember seeing the devs of Black Flag say that, even though that's a kind of a fib, because the only islands you can go to without loading are tiny ones. Anytime you get to any major island, it has to load. But whatever. It had the longest storyline of any of the traditional Assassin's Creed games before they went RPG, and yet it was the most fucking padded out story, like, of all of them. There's a reason why, like, they went to 6 sequences with Rogue, because people bitched so much about how padded out it was. So it's like, even if I'm ignoring the fact that it doesn't really feel... even if I'm ignoring the fact that it doesn't really feel like an Assassin's Creed game to me, it has other problems, you know? And then it probably has the worst modern day. It has probably the worst fucking modern day gameplay of any game in the series, man. Everybody bitches about Desmond, man. But even if you don't like Desmond, Jesus Christ, he's still fucking better. You know, and I like Desmond. I will never not like Desmond. What do you think about my hideout, man? Pretty sick, right? I mean, obviously it's not anywhere close to finished, but I really like the layout that I've got going on. Yeah, them saying calling it 4 was insulting. I mean, it is Max Payne 2, but yeah. Yeah, dude, what do you think about my layout, dog? Think I can build some more shit. Yeah, almost. Can I upgrade any of the buildings? Let me see. Oh, yeah, it's maxed out. I forgot. The only thing about this hideout, and I'm hoping this will be fixed in a story mission, is this fucking gap. This bothers me so greatly. There should be a fucking bridge here. Or let me build a bridge here. Like, oh my god, that pisses me off. No, but I really am enjoying this game. I definitely do think this is one of the better Assassin's Creed games. I put it very high up on my list. I'm not sure, I have to judge when I've fully beaten it. But the parkour is fucking great. The graphics are great. I like the setting. The combat is fun. They heated complaints from... I love how the two characters you can play as are completely different and not just a gender swap. Like, I really think they did a great job with this game. Even your horse feels like it's fucking moving. Like, Origins, Odyssey, and Valhalla, the horses were fine, but they never felt like they were hauling ass. This game, you feel it.
Stick to the shadows. I don't want trouble.
You die today.
Okay, asshole. I fucker got me before I had a chance to heal.
Practice makes perfect.
Even armor-wise, I even really like the armor. Oh, come on. Oh, well. I'm still right there. Not a big deal. Each upgrade feels meaningful. I also like the fact that instead of having a shit ton of enemy hideouts, because Origins, Odyssey, and Valhalla had an unconscionable amount of them, there's like maybe 30 castles throughout the game, and each of them is hand-designed. I know it sounds like a lot, but for a map this size, it's not. So rather than having an endless amount of fucking rinse and repeat bandit hideouts. They have a couple of really big hideouts that are unique. None of the castles are recycled. They're all different. So, it's not, another camp that's the same shit. So, even stuff like that is improved.
I'm not allowed here. I should be quiet.
And I love how destroyable the environments are in this game. Like you can see, I mean, I basically just ripped this camp to fucking shreds. This is the first Assassin's Creed game to really have environmental destruction of any sort. Obviously, you can't, like, destroy the whole map, but there's a lot of really cool destruction. Tearing down doors, stalls, and shit, and you really do feel like when you have a fight, like you're ripping shit up. See, even that, like, I could basically rip this entire camp up. That's fucking awesome. Okay, now I should have the means to build my hideout up some more. So have you decided what game you're going after next for the Platinum, Max? After... Are sleeping our dogs. Could build it here, but then it's not connected, but it does have some symmetry. I don't know. Fuck. Or I could build it in the middle, then that would kind of ruin the whole thing I've got going on. I'm not sure. Maybe put it here. I don't know. What do you think, man? You think I should, like, put it here, or put this over here? What are you thinking, man? Are we gonna put it here in this corner or over here? Yeah. So here. Kind of. There is backtracking and all that, but it doesn't have abilities that give you new ways to progress through the environment. So it kind of sort of does, but yeah. Oh, no wonder. Okay, here we go. Sweet! Oh shit, I can upgrade my stable. And that gives me more resources for everything that I grab. So that 20% more resources from every resource actually adds up a lot. Sweet. Okay. Yeah. You see, fucking Max, you mentioning it summoned him. Okay, well, for right now, let's just chill with the gay jokes, bro. You gotta give Steph the same thing that your dad gave your arm, a break. How are you doing, Steph? Well, I hope you like it, man. Would it be better if could I attach it with it? Would it be better if yeah, it probably would be, honestly. Yeah, there is, yeah. I knew about that. For free? See, I feel like that's when the game starts to get really awesome. When you start actually building up your own empire, and you're not just doing what other people tell you to do, and you start to get to the good weapons, the good gear, good cars. And I really like, Sam Fierro and Luis Venturas. Has Steph actually ever played San Andreas? Yeah, it doesn't surprise me you haven't finished San Andreas. Most people have not. I've talked to maybe a handful of people that have actually fully beaten San Andreas. That's not even a slight on you. Most people I've talked to a lot of people that played San Andreas. Not many that finished it.
I'll enjoy this. Curse you!
Don't trust it. He'll send you a link to CP stuff. He did it to me. Now I'm on a watch list. Like, I swear, officer, I'm not into little kids. My friend is just a fucking troll. Like, that doesn't make sense. If you met him, it would. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's everything here. She, typically the cutout for her is around 14, so you you should be good. She prefers the smell of youth still in your balls. uh...
I should stay hidden here.
What could that have been? You won't get it.
Oh shit, that's right. I got a new legendary Surigama. I meant to look at that. Featherstorm. Instantly charge posture attacks when hitting multiple enemies. Well, that's cool. Looks cool too. I don't know. Try it out. Try it out. See what I mean? Like, this is a different castle, and it looks different. Doesn't look the same as the last castle I was in. So, you know, I appreciate that a lot. Because even if it's the same concept, like, I try to tell people this. Like, people get mad. Like, they're like, oh, open world games just use the list format. There's nothing wrong with the list format. What's wrong is the list format is usually lazy developers copy and paste the same base 50 times. If you give me 20 enemy bases to clear, and they're all hand designed and they're all different, then it won't feel like a bother to me, and you know, and you give me a good reward for doing it. That's why I like Ghost of Tsushima. Every hideout in that game was handcrafted. None of them are repeated. They're all completely different. And when you combine that with the fact that they all give you super duper rewards for doing them, I love doing the bases in the Ghost of Tsushima. It didn't feel like a chore or grind to me at all.
Let's go. This one will take a minute. This is your end.
Fuck. Ah. Fuck Emily, even I was making jokes about her being a pedo yesterday, and she actually thought I was like trying to insinuate she really was a pedo, and I'm like, what? I'm like, Emily, if I thought you were an actual pedo, I wouldn't be friends with you. Like, if I actually thought you were a pedo, I'd beat your ass. Like, what? Fuck, okay.
Waste talent.
She likes him as a friend, bro.
There's something happening.
You are no match for me.
Damn it.
Now, let me see.
Ah, shit. When you play this game on quality mode, it actually uses ray trace lighting for all light sources in the environment. And it's very, very rare. First of all, for games to do that in general, usually with ray trace lighting, it's...
Wait, I saw.
It just depends, honestly. I would say probably no. But I know a lot of people are graphics whores like Alex, and they would probably say yeah. Especially because this game actually consistently hits 60 almost all the time. You know what I mean? A lot of games that look really good these days, their performance mode just means the frame rate's going to be uncapped at 30 and it's just going to wildly flop around. Doesn't mean a consistent 60. This game actually is a pretty fucking rock solid 60. I mean, you might get a couple dips here and there. Nothing's perfect, but 99% of the time it's 60. So, you know, maybe if like the performance mode was really inconsistent, I would have gone for that. But it's still nice to have. And apparently, one of the benefits, apparently this is one of the best games for PS5 Pro. Because not only does it have like better draw distance, high resolution, you can have the ray trace lighting with the 60 FPS and it's flawless. So it's an actual more than just a slightly higher resolution, like it's a noticeable improvement. So, which is cool. It really just depends on how it's done, man. But actually, with Assassin's Creed Shadows, it's higher resolution in general. You can turn on and off the upscale, but even with the upscaling turned off, it's still high resolution. Like, it's legitimately high resolution, even in performance mode with the ray trace lighting. So, like, unlike a lot of games, which are PS5 Pro enhanced, and it's just like, oh, it's a slightly higher resolution. Like, they actually make an improvement in... I played the first hour or so of Darkwood yesterday. It was great, like you said. I understand why it's so highly regarded. About the same, just getting by. Yeah, I think it's great. I mean, obviously, before I like get my full opinion on it, I have to play more than like an hour or two, but I really enjoyed what I played thus far, so... Yeah, I've heard that.
I should be cautious.
Oh, great. I'll probably play more of it today if you want to join. I don't know if you're busy or whatever. Yeah.
You're mine.
All right. I think 22, I believe. I think most of the games actually have that number. For whatever reason. Okay, is that... I'm trying to make sure I got everything here. Oh, 1 second. I'll be right back. I'm going to restart the stream, X.